Hey Forge team, thank you for clicking play. You've decided to do Pilates with me today, which is awesome. I hope it is something that benefits the rest of the programming that Danny has done for us, but also can challenge you and work you if you're not feeling like a really intense workout today. So for those that haven't done Pilates before, it is similar to yoga. There's a few little different names, but I guess it's creating those shapes with control and just working on strengthening and balancing and our flexibility, I guess, with our muscles. So if there's any questions or you're not sure with any of the moves, please feel free to message me. I would hate for you to be doing something wrong or it doesn't feel right. I guess, like with anything, there is discomfort sometimes in exercise, but if there is pain, please stop and definitely speak to Danny or Al or Steve, and they will be able to, I guess, help you with your rehab and injury prevention. But yeah, if there's anyone also prenatal, please stop now and then just message me and I can come up with some different, I guess, variations and modifications for you. So I'll be giving you lots of modifications and different challenges, but if you're not feeling it today, then definitely just go back down to the base level. You know, we don't need no heroes here. So again, thank you for participating. I'm not as cute as Willow, but I'm definitely cuter than Al, so we'll give it a go. Okay. So start at the end of our mats. Sorry if you can't see me for a second. So we're going to make sure that we're standing hip width apart and that our feet are kind of permanently stuck into the ground, lifting and drawing our belly up. And what we're going to do is we're bringing our chin to our chest. We're going to come down to a forward fold. And bringing back the chin to the chest, we're going to glide each vertebra up the wall until we're standing strong. Breathing in, breathing out, rolling back down, nice and slowly. And if you can touch the ground here, fantastic. If not, grab your shins. We're just going to pedal our feet, just try and give a bit of a stretch to the hamstrings here. Excellent. We're going to breathe in here. We're going to breathe out. We're going to walk into our plank. And we're going to hold here. So if this is too much for you today, you can come down to your knees, or you can either come down onto your forearms too if your wrists aren't happy. And we're just going to walk back in. Excellent. Breathing in, breathing out, walking back into that plank. Making sure that our hands are underneath our shoulders and that our hips are steady and flat towards the ground. And our weight is pushing into our hands. And walking back. Breathing in, breathing out. Walking back into our final plank. Making sure we're looking just a few inches in front of our hands. So we're not looking down, we're not moving our bums up and down. We're keeping nice and still. Squeezing our glutes and our quads to keep ourselves nice and stable. Excellent. We're going to bring our feet together and we're just going to push back into a child's pose. Really sinking through the hands here, pushing the armpits down into the ground, and giving yourself a great chest stretch. Excellent. So we're going to come into our 4-point kneeling. So again, making sure that our hands are underneath our shoulders. Our hips are stacked on top of our knees. And we've got that nice flat back. We're going to lift our left leg to hip height, pointing our toes directly out. We're going to then tap them back onto the ground and lift up to hip height. And down and hip height. So with Pilates, we like to make sure that we focus on our breathing. And so our breathing assists with our movement. So breathing in, breathing out as we come back. Squeezing your glutes here. And making sure that we're pointing our toes nice and long away from our body. Excellent. And just focusing on that our hips are facing towards the ground. There's no rotation happening. Excellent. Give me 2 more here. And on the next one, we're going to keep it at hip height, and we're going to bend our knee towards our bum. So bending the toe to try and touch the bottom. Excellent. So squeezing those hammies as you come in and pointing out. Excellent. Give me 4 more here. Sorry about the noises behind me. That is Lucy enjoying her treat. All right, last one. We're going to pulse our donkey kick up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Dragging back towards our chest and back out. Making sure that we keep our hips nice and stable. And back out. And as we curl down, we're creating that beautiful C curve with our spine. So really pushing through our hands and opening up our shoulder blades. Excellent. Give me 3 more here. And last one. Beautiful. We're just coming back to our forward kneeling. So we're just going to do some mountain climbers now. And so again, if that's too much for you, then come down onto your forearms by all means. But if you're joining me here in the top plank position, we're going to bring our right knee towards our left elbow and bring it back to the ground. Now we're going to use our left knee to our right elbow. Bringing in and back. Again, tucking your chin to your chest to create that C shape with your spine. All right, we've got 2 more here, and then we're going to quicken up the pace a bit. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful work. Just coming back into child's pose here. Excellent. So I'm just going to swing around, but you can by all means stay in that position, just so you can see my leg. So we're going to come back into our 4-point kneeling position. Again, just making sure that we have a really strong foundation. So we're bringing our leg out, our right leg out, and we're just bringing it up to hip height and down. Up and down. Beautiful. Imagine someone's pulling your leg away from you so you can really elongate your right leg here. Excellent. Give me 2 more here. And on the next one, we're going to keep it at hip height and we're going to point our toe towards our bum. Excellent. Making sure that our hips are shining towards the ground. We're not scratching up in our shoulders here. We're keeping them nice and back. Excellent. And we're going to drag it in and back out. So you don't want to arch your back too much as you come back up into this position. Excellent. Give me 2 more. Beautiful. You can come back into your child's pose and just give your wrists a little bit of TLC. Excellent. So we're just going to face the camera. And what we're going to do is we're going to do some side work here now. So what I'd like you to do is keep your left knee bent. We're going to bring our right leg out, and we want the toes to point towards the screen. So you really want to anchor into that ground to try and give you that stability here. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our arms up into ballerina, and then we're going to crunch towards our right side, bringing back up. So you want to make sure that your legs aren't moving, and the only thing that's really doing the work is your sides here, but then squeezing your bum to bring your back up straight ahead. Beautiful. Give me 4 more here. Okay, and the last one we're going to pulse for 10, 10, 9, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. We're going to bring our left arm down to the ground. And what we want to do is pretend that we're in between 2 sheets of glass. So you want your body to be straight as possible. So your toe is in line with your knee and your knee is in line with your hand. So you can either put your arms up like this or grab onto your hip for a bit of stability. We're going to lift our leg up to hip height and point back down. Lift up. And if your leg's not going to hip height today, that's okay. You can just go as far as you can go. But you really want to feel the work in your side glutes here. Excellent. Give me 4 more. And the last one, we're going to pulse for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. We're going to bring it back up to hip height, and we're going to do your small circles towards the screen. So making sure that you're keeping your hips nice and still. You don't want to move forward or back during this. And we're going to go the other way for 10. Beautiful. So just coming back here, giving your hips a little bit of a rest. So we're going to go and sit up into this position again. Now, what you can do is you can remain in this side plank position, or if you're feeling good, you can either use your top leg as support, or you can join me here and spice things up a little bit with your side plank. So again, you want your arms to be in line with each other. You want your shoulder and your hands to be on top of each other. If you're feeling any pain in your shoulder, then definitely wriggle around until you get that even position. So you can keep your hands up like this, or you can keep them down here, whatever feels good for you today. Excellent. Give me 10 more seconds here. Beautiful. Coming on down. We're just going to repeat that on the other side. So again, with our setup, you want your right knee bent, your left leg out, toes pointing the screen, and you're going to have your hands in a ballet position. Breathing in, breathing out, crunching over to the other side. Beautiful work. Give me 2 more here, and then we're going to pulse. Last one, pulsing for 10, 9, 2, and 1. Beautiful. So we're going to bring our right hand onto the ground, again creating that beautiful straight line. And we're going to lift our leg up to hip height, toes pointed, and down. Up and down. Breathing through it here. So you want the leg to be in a nice straight line. You don't want it to go off to the front or the back. And really focusing on your side glute muscles here, feeling it right in the hip. Excellent. Give me 2 more here, and then we're going to pulse up for 10. Pulsing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So you can bring it down and give your hips a bit of a shake. But if you're feeling good and you want some more pain with me, Then we're going to circle towards the screen. So your circles can be really small, because if you make them big, then that's when you start shaking all out. And circling it back towards you. So really squeezing your bum to keep yourself nice and still. Excellent. So, like before, we're going to set up for a plank position. So you can either keep your knees together, you can keep your leg like this for extra support, or even doing a bit of a star if that feels good. Otherwise, join me here for 20 seconds. Excellent. Give me 5 more seconds, really stretching up, bringing your hips away from the ground. Beautiful. So just give your wrists a little bit of a roll. And we're going to start back here on the ground. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some roll downs. So we're going to keep our knees bent and our feet on the ground. We're going to keep our hands straight ahead of us. We're going to breathe in, breathe out. Breathing in, tucking chin to chest, and we're going to roll down. Hands over our heads. Breathing in. Breathing out. We're going to tuck our chin again and roll back up. I'm just going to keep repeating that. So really make sure that you lie each vertebra by vertebra when you're coming on down. And when you're coming back up, you're not using your neck to pull yourself up, you're using your tummy muscles. You want to create that C shape with your curve. Excellent. Give me one more of these. Beautiful. So we're going to bring our knees into tabletop, like this. And we're going to keep our tummy braced and our lower back on the ground at all times. So you don't want your lower back to lift up at any stage. This might mean that you're overdoing your ability at the moment, and so that's fine. Just come back to the first modification. So we're going to tap our right toe onto the ground and then our left. So you want to keep that 90-degree angle in your legs the entire time. Beautiful. Switching on your belly, pushing your waistband into the ground. Excellent. Give me one more on each side, and then we're going to speed it up a little bit. So you can do little breaths out. Excellent. So just bring your knees in and give yourself a little bit of a back massage here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into our tabletop position, but instead of touching down this time, we're going to straighten our leg and bring it down towards the ground and back. And repeat with the other leg. So if you feel like your lower back is lifting off at this stage, then don't bring it down quite as much. You can keep it up here. Beautiful. Last one here. So what we're going to do is we're going to curl our chest up off the ground, and we're going to do this, but when we put our right leg out, we're going to twist our body towards our left leg and bring it back in. So like a side crunch essentially. But we're doing it very slowly and controlled. Beautiful. So really try and put your armpit to your opposite knee. So that means you're twisting from the middle, not from your neck. Give me 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Bringing our legs in, giving ourselves a little bit of a rest. So now we're going to go a step up. And again, if this is feeling too much, then just go back to that original, I guess, movement. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back sitting up, and we're going to grab onto our right knee, and we're going to roll down, but we've still got our shoulders off the ground. So as the left leg comes in, we're going to put the right leg out and grab. So this is known as the single leg stretch in Pilates. So again, if your lower back is lifting off, don't go quite as low. Maybe go vertically or 45. But if you're feeling like a challenge, you can go towards the ground, but don't touch the ground. Pointing our toes. Again, if that's too much for you, you can bring your torso down. Excellent. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our hands behind our heads and not use any hands. Give me 4 more here. 3, 2, and 1. So bringing our legs into tabletop, we're going to push both of our legs out this time and come back in. Pushing out, come back in. We're going to pull our tummy muscles into our spine and push our lower back into the ground. Give me 3 more. 2 and 1. Beautiful. So we're going to just do a little bit of back work and then we'll do some stretches. So you're nearly on your home run here. So we're going to bring our heels to our bottom, or as close as you can. And we're going to tuck our pelvis up and then peel our backs off and squeeze our bums to start the glute bridge. We're going to then roll each vertebra down until your bum is the last thing to touch the ground. Tuck our pelvis up, push up to the sky, squeezing our glutes, making sure that our hips are shining towards the roof. And come on down. Push up. Really activating those glute muscles to get the most out of this exercise. And coming down. On the next one, we're going to pulse up for 10. Pulsing 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And come back down. We're now going to put our feet together. We're going to do a normal glute, but with our legs kind of stacked together. Squeezing up and coming back down. So really push your knees together, push your thighs together to give yourself a bit of thigh workout. And come back down. Pushing up and come back down. If you want a bit of a balance challenge, you can put your hands straight up like this. But if not, on the ground, behind your head, whatever feels good today. Excellent. On the next one, we're going to bring our legs up and then we're going to open our legs for a butterfly position and come back and then roll back down. Pushing up, open our legs to the butterfly, close, come back down. So you should feel that in your adductors there. You'll be thanking me tomorrow. So for another challenge, you can then come onto your tippy toes, open, close, heels down, and come back. But if you want to keep your heels on the ground at all times, that's fine. Excellent. We're going to do one more of those with a pulse at the end. Pushing up, butterfly out, and we're going to pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drawing in. And bring your knees to your chest. Hopefully there's no cursors towards the screen. So we're just going to roll back up. And we're going to do a bit of a mermaid stretch to finish. So what you want to do is you want to grab your right leg and you're going to bend it so it's facing the screen. And then your left leg is going to be bent behind you, but your shin is going to be facing the end of your mat. So what you want to do is put your right hand down. And then you're just going to stretch over, and you can bend this arm, this elbow, to really sink into that stretch. Windmill your arms around and then just stretching on the other side. Beautiful. One more in each direction. Beautiful. So when you're doing this, make sure that your hip bones are both planted on the ground. So we're just going to bring, again, our left leg, shins facing towards the screen, and our right leg is facing towards the end of the mat. Your left hand's on the ground, and you're just going to bend into that. So people with tight hip flexors, you might notice that this hip rises up a bit. Make sure you really plant it into the ground to give yourself an even stretch. And don't forget to breathe. Beautiful. And last one on this side. We're just going to bring our legs straight out. So they can be a little bit wider than hips, whatever you're happy with today. We're going to twist to the left-hand side, hands up, and we're just going to pancake over. So if you can touch your toes, wonderful. If not, wherever's fine. Just a few more breaths here, really sinking into the stretch. Lifting up, change to the right, and then pancake down. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this little taster. I think I'll be doing it once a week at the moment, but if anyone's interested in doing one-on-one via like Zoom or FaceTime, please let me know, because I have to get my practice teaching hours up. So I would love to work with you. And if anyone's got any questions on what we did today, yeah, please DM me, message me, harass me. Just don't come here, because then Andrews will not be happy. Anyway, lots of love, and I will see you soon. Bye.